Welcome to Club and Country. I'm Susanna Collins. We are here at Soldier Field in Chicago, the Windy City, which is really living up to its names. The U.S. men's national team is holding their final training session ahead of Tuesday's match against Costa Rica, and Jurgen Klinsmann and the players know the importance of this match.
In a tournament like this, when you play a group stage, if you don't get points in the first game, it means that right away in the second game, it's important to turn around and get a result.
We approach this game as a must-win. And the 11 that will start have that task to find ways to do it. It's a good Costa Rican team, defensively very organized team, and then they try to catch you on a counter break. So it's not easy as Paraguay experienced. It's not easy to find ways and create chances and score against that team. You know, now, I mean, they tied their game. They have 1 point, we have 0 points, so we better get the first three and find ways to do that.
To win big games, you need a lot of guys to have good days, and you know, we're gonna step on the field tomorrow night, making sure that in a very big game, we have as many guys as possible who step on the field ready to give everything and understand what the game's all about.
All right, joining me now is Fox Soccer analyst Stuart Holden. You are going to be calling this match tomorrow, and from your perspective, what do you think we can expect to see out there between these two teams?
I think a very physical game. I mean, these are two teams that are very familiar with each other. Costa Rica had a tie in their first game, which actually favors the United States, so it's the result that all American fans would have been wanting after that 2-0 loss to Colombia. But I think it's crying out for a little bit of creativity in midfield, so whether that's a Darlington Nagbe that everyone seems to be crying out for, or Christian Pulisic, I don't think that we're going to see mass changes from Jurgen Klinsmann as much as maybe people want to see him change the formation and not play Clint Dempsey as the lone striker with Bobby Wood and Gyasi Zardes. But I think there's just going to be minor tweaks and little things that can open up a little bit more of a creative influence in front of the goal, which is something the United States really lacked in that first game.
Well, today Jurgen Klinsmann spoke to the media, and he stuck with his very positive message, said they've been watching plenty of tape, that there were a lot of positive takeaways from it, but he also said that there's a lot of things to work at. For you, what are the biggest weaknesses that the United States have at this point heading into this match?
Well, he joked about set pieces, but it's a reality. I mean, in these types of games, in big tournaments, and when games are fairly even, and the game was even for long stretches against Colombia, it's little moments where Jeff Cameron switches off and gets beat by Zapata for the goal, or the handball against DeAndre Yedlin. Now, I think he's unfortunate, but it is a handball, it is a penalty kick, and ultimately the United States come out with 0 points from that game. So I think it's just going to come down to concentration. I think they are the superior team. They do have a good record against Costa Rica in knockout competitions, especially at home. I think you have to go back to 1989 for the last time that Costa Rica actually beat the United States. So as much as this game is a must-win, it's certainly a must-not-lose, because if they still get a point against Costa Rica, they'll have the opportunity against Paraguay, theoretically, if Colombia win, to still advance to the next round.
Okay, you just brought my next point. This is basically a must-win. Jurgen Klinsmann said so himself, that this is a must-win game. What does that do for the sense of urgency of a team, knowing that those 3 points are paramount?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think this U.S. camp really, I mean, as much as they would have liked to get a result against Colombia, I think everybody would have looked at this game against Costa Rica, and certainly the one after against Paraguay, as these are the must-wins, and these are the ones where you need to pick up points. So I think that the sense will be within the camp. If the game's 0-0 after 60, 70 minutes, I don't necessarily think you'll see the United States panic, but I think you'll see more of a sense of urgency, recognizing that, hey, this is a game that we really need to win if we want to advance and have any type of say over where we finish in this group.
That's going to do it for another edition of Club and Country. We will be right back here tomorrow at Soldier Field on MLSsoccer.com.